Hey guys, it's Lori. So I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about all, the different experiences that I've had in my life. And there's been several, well, gosh, I can't even count how many times I've had experiences with the supernatural or the paranormal or whatever. And I don't know, I just felt like sharing some. I'm not going to share them all and bore you, but I know sometimes I just want to hear other people's experiences. So let me know if you have some too. But if you don't know, I've not by choice. It's just kind of all my life. There's been a connection to the spirit realm from my earliest memories. Um, I remember literally hearing spirit. Um, I don't know if I thought everybody did or not. I don't remember, but I know it was always normal for me. And then I got to a certain age, and it's like, okay, well, not everybody does this. I mean, I got kicked out of. I went to parochial school. I got kicked out of school for it. I got. My parents got told I needed an exorcism. I was told by my dad never to tell anybody about it. I was always set apart. Always, always, always. I, when my oldest son was really young, and my oldest stepdaughter, it was like, I had to be quiet because there were people that, thought that was the weird lady, the witchy lady, whatever. I was never a witch, but I did know people that, right after, I was pretty much ostracized for even the thought of something, I can't remember what they called it back then. But anyway, they were obviously judgmental, snooty people. Um, But right after that, I met some people in different in the New Age movement. I worked in a metaphysical store, and we had it was very eclectic. We had all different kinds of pagan um, belief system, jewelry and stones and statues and whatever you want, we had it. And I really, I got involved in that community. And that's a story for another day. As I've mentioned before, things are not always what they appear to be. And I think we're all kind of looking for something. Maybe not everybody, but I know, whether it be the New Age movement, whether it be Luciferianism, whether it be Satanism, whether it be a cult, whether it be, like all these cults. Think about like Jonestown or what was that other one? Heaven's Gate. There's so many different ones, but Jonestown is a perfect example. Although, obviously I was quite young with Jonestown, but that was at a time when we were in segregation in the country. Racism was high. Jim Jones started out by saying we should all be integrated, be one community. He went by the Acts of the Apostles, how, they all kind of sold their property and lived as one, taking care of each other. So he started out with these good ideas. It was really a social justice church. So he took these people that were longing and lacking and created this thing, right? Well, it can happen to anybody, right? But anyway, so this is the kind of, I've always had paranormal experiences. So, and this is kind of the path I took. But I wanted to, there's several of them. I was just laying here and I'm thinking, pretty intense. I mean, pretty intense. And I'm trying to decide which one I should tell you. That's why I keep pausing. Um, I guess I'll tell you about the one where I was okay. So it was towards the end of my marriage, not quite completely at the end. I don't even know that my youngest son was born yet. Maybe he was. If he was just a baby. I don't know that he was yet. I can't remember. Anyhow, I slept on a little love seat in the living room. Like, generally, I didn't generally sleep in my bedroom with my husband. Um, we were still together as a couple. I just, I don't know. I don't know. I just slept on the couch anyway. Um, so he was in bed. The kids, I'm assuming the kids were there. I can't remember, to tell you the truth, but I was on the couch. I know he was home, and he was in the bedroom. And I don't know exactly what time it was. I don't think it was like super, super late. It was probably like 11:30, midnight, something like that. And I was asleep, but then I got awakened. It was like sleep paralysis, I think. And there was this being, and it didn't have like a bodily shape. Now, this is really weird. I believe my eyes were closed, but I could still see it. It was, now I'm laying on the couch and now I'm paralyzed. It's like sleep paralysis. And there's this, it looked more like a mist to me, a dark black mist. And I knew that it was trying to get inside of me. And I'm trying to fight it. Now, keep in mind, this is prior to being saved. I truly thought I knew the Lord, but I did not at this time. Okay, I thought I did, but I did not. So there's this black mist, and it's like hovering over me. I'm really fearful at this point, but I can't move. I can't speak. I can't do anything. So in my thoughts, I'm almost in a panic, trying to figure out not to let it get inside of me. I don't know what would have happened had it got inside of me, and this was not a nightmare. I was awake, but I could not move. Now, just as I'm like at the end of my rope, this thing's going to get inside of me. I'm terrified. I have no idea what's going to happen. Bang, 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 bang. There's a knock on the door. Now, I lived like in a ranch, so I'm on the love seat. I'm maybe 5 feet away from the front door. And it was like a really loud knock, like a cop knock, if you know what I mean. It was a loud, loud knock. And somehow that knock alleviated the sleep paralysis. I jumped up, and now I'm frightened not only of this thing, but of the knock on the door. I don't know if I was technically still in a dream state or what, but this is really bizarre. So I get up, and I live in a ranch, right? So there's the living room, the dining room, kitchen, hallway, my stepdaughter's bedroom, bathroom, my bedroom, boys' room, right? So, I mean, a ranch is only so big, right? Well, I got up and I bolted to my bedroom. And in reality, like if you were watching me, it probably took me about 2 seconds, if that, to get into my bedroom. But have you ever been in a dream where you're trying to run and you run in like slow motion? That's what it felt like to me. Not only was I running in slow motion, but the hallway is getting longer and longer and longer, just like in a nightmare. At the same time that I'm terrified about the knock on the door, this thing that was trying to get into me when I'm on the love seat is right on my heel. I didn't turn around and look, but I just knew it. I could feel it. It was right there behind me. If I would have stopped for 1 second, that thing would have got inside me, killed me, whatever it tried to do. I wasn't just fearful. I was in sheer terror. I mean, I can't describe it any other way. So then I'm running down the hall, and I laugh now because I can't imagine what I would have looked like if somebody was watching me. The hallway's getting longer. I'm running full speed ahead, but it feels like I'm in slow motion. I take that right into my bedroom, and I just dove on my husband. I mean, I did not, like, I jumped from the floor onto him, and I was straddling him. Who doesn't wake up if you get jumped on like that? Sound asleep. Doesn't wake up at all. So now, not only have I just jumped full speed ahead from the floor, from a running position, onto him, and I'm straddling him, So I'm like on his chest, right? Wake up, wake up, wake up. Slapping him, crying, screaming. It's not waking up. Again, just like in a nightmare, it probably was a total of about 10 seconds. I don't know, but it felt to me like, I can tell you, I hit him at least 5 or 6 times. Like he was just not waking up. Then finally, he wakes up, and all I can say, I'm in sheer terror now. All I can say is, there's someone at the door. That's all that I could get out of my mouth. There's someone at the door. So he's like, and he could see the state I was in. I mean, I was trembling. And he's like, okay, all right, I'll go get the door. Like he's thinking, what is your problem? You know? And he went, and I laid in that bedroom. Now that he's awake, that thing that was trying to get in, I no longer feel it around, but now I am trembling. So I hear him speaking with someone at the door or whatever. A few minutes goes by. He comes back in, and he's like, well, it was just, is this guy that he knew. We lived near a ski area, a small mountain ski area, and this guy, for some reason, guess he had too much to drink, tried to drive up it and got stuck. He was trying to borrow a shovel. So, all right. And he's kind of laughing, chuckling about that, and there's no chuckling in me. I am trembling. I don't know that I told him the whole story. He was absolutely freaked out by me, though, because, you know, he could tell something's wrong. He went to go to the bathroom. I mean, I literally went with him. I did not let him let go of me all night long. So that's story number one. I don't know. Have you ever had anything like that happen to you? I still, to this day, don't know with that one, because that one was, you know, a little different than the other ones. The other ones I saw different entities and stuff, but I'm not sure to this day with that one. First of all, what would have happened had that mist gotten inside me? And was it truly trying to get inside me? Two, was my mind in a dream state? Was I still releasing the chemicals when we dream that made it appear that way in reality to me? I mean, the hallway got longer, and I know I was running full speed ahead. And I know that I pounced on my husband, but, like, why did it seem like a nightmare in reality? And three, the person that knocked on the door turned out to be a stalker of mine about, I think it was about a year and a half later. So, what's the deal? You know, was I feeling him? Was I feeling the stalker? Did he truly save the day when he knocked on the door because that fog thing creature couldn't get in? Or was I somehow having a premonition of him and his energy? What's the deal? I still don't quite get that one. And when I think back, it doesn't sound as scary when I'm talking about it, but when I think back of how, I mean, it wasn't fear, it was terror. It was absolute terror. And I don't, you know, because of all the stuff that, you know, my weird, crazy life, the supernatural, the paranormal doesn't normally freak me out that way. I was terrorized in this. And I had my husband hang on to me all night long and not let go. So, I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night.